A Waterville woman who was brutally attacked by an intruder is speaking out.
Last Thursday, the man responsible was sentenced and is now behind bars.
We sat down with Cammie Thorpe today to hear her story.
Now, every stranger that I look at, I wonder if they're going to follow me home.
Looking at Cammie Thorpe now, you would never know the pain she endured just 7 months ago.
On May 29th, it was at 1:41 in the morning. Call came into 911.
I'm being woken up to a man on top of me.
According to Thorpe, her neighbor, Colby Elwood Giggey, broke into her home and attacked her.
My 22-month-old baby was laying directly beside me and he just started throwing punches, trying to knock me out so he could rape me. I was able to keep throwing him off me. If he had been any heavier, I don't know where I'd be today.
Giggey was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and burglary, but was soon out on bail.
I was just so exhausted of looking over my shoulder, of being scared.
It was her preference that the case be settled in a plea.
A plea deal was reached and Giggey pleaded no contest to the charges. He was sentenced Thursday to 18 months in prison and 3 years probation.
But this is an offer that resulted in guilty verdicts, so he's convicted of 2 felonies, an assured prison sentence.
Kennebec County District Attorney Megan Maloney says a majority of these assault cases end in a plea deal to avoid making the victim testify.
What they go through when they're cross-examined by defense attorneys, it's a horrible experience. They leave not feeling like they have closure, but feeling like, they just went through it all again.
With this plea agreement, Giggey will be back on the streets in a year and a half. That thought never far from Thorpe's mind.
And I want them to remember his face.
Once she came forward, Thorpe says 2 women told her they were assaulted by Giggey too.
So there's no advocacy for just victims.
Too often, these acts of violence go unreported, but Thorpe hopes her story will help other victims come forward.
All the other women out there that this happens to in the future, or that it has happened to, shouldn't be alone.
We spoke with Giggey's defense attorney, Philip Moeller, today. He tells us at the time of the attack, Giggey was intoxicated and does not remember what happened. And this sentence was appropriate considering he had no prior criminal record. If you or someone you know has been a victim of violence of any kind, contact your local authorities.